The establishment of this new facility represents a step forward in the department's continued efforts to provide the best treatment for offenders suffering from substance abuse. These resources represent the culmination of hard work and dedication, not only for the staff here at Turner, but of many partners and volunteers from the local and extended community.
I think the leadership of the government, state government, starting with Governor Deal and through our senators and our elected officials, have realized through criminal justice reform that we cannot continue to track the world. We're the 9th most populous state in the nation, but we just surpassed New York State as the 4th largest prison population in the United States. Georgia has about 9.5 million citizens. We lock up 57,000 in prison. New York State has 19.5 million citizens, and they lock up about 54,000. So clearly, we need to change directions. Senator Crosby is one of the men that are on the Criminal Justice Reform Council that helped out last year bend that curve a little bit. We think we're going to begin to slow the growth of the prison population. But the way we do that is we offer our folks in the courtrooms, our judges and DAs, alternatives between probation and prison. We can't just strictly probate people, and obviously prison sometimes isn't a good choice. You've got to treat the disease rather than the symptom, and that's why we're going with the residential substance abuse treatment program here for males at this particular facility. We're beginning to realize that addiction is a disease. It's not something that's easily curable, if ever curable. But we know that people who are on the fringes, people who are stealing, not committing violent offenses, shoplifting, writing bad checks to support their habit, perhaps there are better alternatives than just locking away in prison for 2 or 3 years and spending $50,000 over a 3-year period to incarcerate. So I really believe the state's leadership, again from the governor on down, is turning the corner on criminal justice.
I just met the commissioner a couple of years ago through subcommittee work concerning the budget and also as a member of the Criminal Justice Reform Council. And he hosted a couple of our meetings at Forsyth, and if you have not seen their facilities in Forsyth, I want you to sometimes take the opportunity to go by and see what they've done. They've got beautiful offices. It is closer to South Georgia, closer to us down here, and we appreciate that. I'm going to tell you, sometimes we acquaint big government with like a runaway train down the track. And as he indicated, it seemed like that this facility was headed downhill, not from their department, not from their desires, but strictly from budget woes. And I'm going to tell you what, this guy stopped the train in the middle of the tracks, got out and had powwows with a number of people, including the governor, the lieutenant governor, and others. So I cannot tell you how much I appreciate what he has done and what the Department of Correction has done. And I think this is just one more example that shows whether we're talking about big government or small government, that working together and working hard together brings great rewards, and that's what we see here today. Good luck and God bless you.
This is a proud moment today for Turner County. To see the conversion of the Turner pre-release center that's going to be closed into a residential substance abuse treatment center. It's huge for this community, and it saves 50+ jobs. And that's a lot of jobs for a community the size of Sycamore and even Turner County as a whole. And so it's an example of how state and local government is supposed to work together.
Do y'all remember what one of the first slogans was when we started talking about substance abuse? Y'all remember we had a great slogan that says, just say no? Yes. I mean, that was the word. Well, guess what, folks? When you get an addiction, you can't just say no. And I wouldn't ask for a show of hands, but I'll assure you this. If I ask everybody in here that had this in their family to raise their hand, those of you who did not raise your hand, I would say, y'all don't know what's going on. Because it's there. It touches all of us. Now, I think we all started off, we thought it was going to be some level of folks that we would make a little above. Guess what? If you go to these colleges today, you'll see how prevalent it is there. We don't talk about it, it's not advertised, but it's a reality, folks. And we better get our heads out of the sand, and we better start looking at this issue, this problem. Thank goodness that our legislature and our government and our people in a position of authority and power have seen the need for what we're now trying to address.
I come from a small town. I live in Perry, just up the road, so I know how it is, how devastating can be when a portion of the community gets struck, as this one has, but by perseverance, and as has been said here before, the ability for the city and the county and the state to work together toward a common good and a common means has made all the difference in the world. And I'm pleased to be able to be a part of it, and I'm happy to be here today. And thank you all.
and support. At this time, the official party and other distinguished guests will move forward and cut the ceremonial ribbon signifying the official commissioning and opening of the Turner Residential Substance Abuse Treatment Facility.